Hello everyone. Today I am going to read to you a new book, and the story of the book is about Ganesha. The book's name is Amma, Tell Me About Ganesha. It is written by Bhakti Mathur and illustrated by Maulshree Somani. Shall we start reading the story? The drum beats grew louder, the dancing rose to a frenzy. The chanting became intense as they moved closer to the sea. Amidst the hundreds of people there were giant idols 10 or 20 feet tall, each one of the much loved Ganesha elephant heads towering above them all. Chants of Ganapati Pappa Moria Agle Barastu Jaldi Aa filled every ear. Oh dear Lord Ganesha, they sang, come back to us sooner next year. Celebrations were in full swing for Lord Ganesha's birthday. It was the festival of Ganesh Chaturthi, a most enjoyable, fun-filled day. Handsome, huge statues of Ganesha are carried out to sea with fanfare and offered to the rolling waves with ardent prayer and gentle care. So, we bid fond farewell to Ganesha and ask for his everlasting favor, praying for his return the next year to bless us for our every endeavor. After the day's festivities ended, as Amma put Klaka and Kiki to bed, Amma, they asked, tell us why Ganesha has an elephant's head. Amma said, well, Ganesha is the son of Shiva and Parvati. The tail of his elephant head is interesting, so you all listen carefully. Shiva and Parvati lived in the Himalayas, a lofty, snow-capped mountain chain. On a divine peak called Kailash, towering high above a rocky terrain. Shiva was a brilliant shade of blue, dressed in tiger skin, snake at his neck, long matted hair with a crescent moon. You see, he was quite a divine maverick. He would often disappear in the wild for many, many days all by himself to meditate, to get away from it all, leaving Parvati behind all by herself. One day, Parvati felt terribly lonely, cried to the mountains, full of sorrow. How I wish I had someone to play with! To play with, came the echo. Suddenly, Parvati had a bright idea. I can make a playmate, she said. She molded some sandalwood paste into arms, legs, a belly, and a head. Hopeful, she blew life into the figure, and a wonderful miracle took place. A boy with large eyes, dimpled cheeks, stood before Parvati, face to face. The figure looked so lifelike that Parvati exclaimed and loudly sighed, could I possibly make you come alive? Oh, how I wish you were my child! Amma, you are not alone any more, he said. My son! Parvati cried with tears of joy. She could not believe her wonderful luck. Finally, she had her own sweet little boy. Next morning, Shiva was still away and Parvati was going for a bath. She told the boy to guard the door. Let no one in, just block their path. And It so happened that Shiva returned to his home that very day and found a young lad at his front door, standing there, firmly blocking his way. The sandalwood boy was so proud, ready to be a guard for his mother. He'd take on all who tried to enter, be it friend, stranger, or any other. "Stop there!" commanded the little lad. "No one enters till my mother says so." Shiva laughed. "Do you know who I am?" "Child, this is my home. Open the door." "I don't care who you are. I'm obeying my mother, so go away." Shiva was quite irritated and raved. "Little brat, I'm in no mood for child's play."
It was beneath Shiva's dignity to fight a mere boy, so he sent his pet bull Nandi and his Ganas off to confront the boy. They went. But the Ganas were no match for this fearless little fighter. The brave boy defeated them all, though he was smaller and lighter. Next, Shiva sent Brahma to tame the boy. But as soon as the old god appeared, the naughty boy jumped up at him and pulled hard at his moustache and beard. "Ah!" shrieked Brahma in pain, and clutching his injured face, he hurried away to tell Shiva of his embarrassing disgrace. Now Shiva had had enough. "Time for a face off," he said. He hurled his trident in rage, and off flew the boy's head. When Parvati reached the scene, she was horrified at the sight. Her little boy lay lifeless, his head cut off. What a plight! Her cries shook heaven and earth. A mother's grief is a powerful force. Nothing could make her feel better. Parvati wailed till she was hoarse. From her forehead sprang Goddess Kali. Together they vowed to avenge the child. Like tornadoes, they rampaged the earth, destroying everything in their anger so wild. In desperation, the mighty Shiva pleaded, "O Parvati, stop! I beg of you! Heaven and earth will be ripped apart if you and Kali thus continue." Parvati glared at Shiva, eyes ablaze. "You kill my son. This is your fault. If you now want to save the earth, undo your sin and my rage will halt." Shiva finally understood and said, "I am sorry. I didn't know he was our son. I will search for his head far and near. I won't rest till my mistake is undone." Shiva set off to find the missing head. The strong blow had flung it far away. He searched all over with no success and finally collapsed in deep dismay. An elephant roaming nearby saw him and asked, "Why do you look so sad?" Shiva said, "I beheaded my own child. In anger, I did something terribly bad." The elephant said, "I am old and my life is nearly done. Please take my head for the child and bring life back in your son." His eyes welling up with tears, Shiva said, "O wise one, I thank you. Without your selfless sacrifice, I would not have known what to do. With the elephant's head in his arms, Shiva raced home, no time to spare. He placed the head on the child's body as Parvati held him with loving care. Slowly, the boy opened his eyes. Hugging him, Parvati cried, "My little one!" Shiva said, "Forgive me my foolishness. I love you, for you are also my son." "Since you were so brave a guard," Shiva said, "I shall now proclaim you are the leader of my Ganas, and Ganesha is your new name. May you be as wise as you are brave," said Parvati, "helping people in tasks old and new. May all the people who pray to Ganesha be successful and happy in whatever they do." So, Klaka, this is how Ganesha's head came about because of Shiva's mistake, and also why people pray to Ganesha before any new venture they undertake. Naughty Ganesha is a loving friend, kind, wise. He's a good listener too. A clever mouse he keeps for a pet, and he loves to eat a laddu or two.
Did you like the story, children? So Parvati had created Ganesha for she wanted a little boy to play with. But unknowing this, Shiva had cut off the boy's head. And to make up for his mistake, he fixed an elephant head for the boy. As the boy was very brave, Shiva made him the leader of all his Ganas. Ganas are the people who guard Shiva's abode in Kailash in the Himalayas. And Parvati blessed him that he'll help everyone in need. Hence, before we start anything, we pray to Ganesha. So that's how Ganesha got his elephant head. I really hope you liked the story, children. See you all later. Bye.